I know this ain't what you came to see. I'm a dead man walking on, yeah. Dead man walking, yeah. I'm a dead man walking on, yeah. This ain't what you came to see. I'm a dead man walking on, yeah. Dead man walking, yeah. I'm a dead man walking on. Sometimes I'm so broken, I sit and I think.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode, Dr. Yawg's Clinic. My name is Brandon Osborne, aka Control for Days. Today I'm going to walk you through a Modern League match with the deck, Black-Green YAWGMOTH. If you've been here before, you know the spiel. The list we're running, biggest difference with it is we're running 2 Torok Dread Cantor, I think that's what it is, in the sideboard. I've run 1 league with the card so far. Hasn't really done too much, but I will keep you guys updated with regards to how I feel about the card. Opening 7, we are on the draw. This hand is super close. If we can get to turn 2 with 2 mana, we're in really good shape, but if we can't, we are going to be in trouble. This is close. We're on the draw 2. We have 2 turns to draw into a land. I'm leaning towards keeping it, but it's sketchy. I think it's greedy to keep this. I think I'm gonna keep. I was really torn about that. This is a tough one. I'm not exactly sure what I should be doing here. I think it's probably a little greedy for me to keep, and maybe I should mull it, but it's so close. We just need one of these birds to survive, so the hope is that we don't see a red mana on the opposite side of the board, because if we do, chances are we are not going to have a Birds of Paradise in play by turn 2. Opponent is on the play. Let's see what they do here. Misty. Alright, there's a red mana. Misty, fetch a Steam Vent, shock, and pass the turn. So it could be leaving up something like a Bolt or a Consider. It could also be Living End, in which this hand lines up really well against, but we'll see. We'll see what they're playing. Kind of hope this is Living End, because I haven't played against that on video yet, so it would be nice. It is. I'm happy about that. Let's see. Let's see. This is like close to the perfect hand for this matchup. So we'll see how this pans out. We would love another land. Land into Grist would be really good. That is not another land. I think we're just gonna go Ooze and just pass the turn. We're gonna kind of force the issue here a little bit. So I can't imagine they allow us to untap here with an Ooze in play, so I think there's probably going to be a Shardless Agent coming down. There it is. Okay, and we are going to Endurance, getting rid of close one. I think we're gonna get rid of the Geist. Just because the Wall of Roots synergizes really well with the Court of Calling that's in our hand. And we're not going to shuffle anything back just because it gives us the opportunity to get Ooze back in play here. They have 5 cards in hand. Alright, land is good. So here we're going to go Wall of Roots into Birds of Paradise. I think we can leave it intact though. All right. There's a Street Wraith. Street Wraith is pretty good for them. If they have another Cycler on top of that, might be in trouble. Alright, and Yawg is really good. I think we're just going to play that out, or I can save Court of Calling. It might be... I think I want to do this pre-combat. I don't think I want to do it post-combat. Right, there's a Curator, that's fine. And now they're going to outburst from here. Oh, they're not? Okay. That is fine. Now their graveyard's pretty chock full at this point. Alright, so we're just going to pass from here. Having access to Court of Calling enables us to get a Young Wolf, in turn gives us the ability to potentially get another Endurance. So we'll hold that up if we have the opportunity. Okay, so this is also suggesting that they potentially have a Force of Negation. We'll see if they do. See what they do here. So there's 6. Court of Calling, let's see if they have the Force Negation. They don't. So they're going to be really disappointed with the second Endurance coming down. And they might even just scoop here. This guy says you play 2 Endurance in the main deck. Yes, I do. Alright, and they scoop. Double Endurance. I'm telling you people, get on double Endurance. Alright, game 2. Let us see. Game 2. So we're going to bring in Necromentias. We're going to bring in Magus. We're going to bring in more Endurance. We're going to bring in the Liberator. From there, I don't like Thoughtseize in this matchup. I don't like Turok. I think that's all we want. So let's pull these aside. Do our ins and our outs here. Oh, definitely want Scavenging Ooze. Liberator. What else did I bring? 2 Endurance. Alright, so we need to cut 6 cards. We're going to cut Evos. There's 3 right there. And then a Grist for sure. and likely 2 Wall of Roots. Or maybe, yeah, probably 2 Wall of Roots. I'm going to refer to my sideboard guide here. 2 Necro, 2 Endurance, 1 Liberator, 1 Magus, 2 Wall, 2 Evo, 1 Chord, 1 Grist. Alright, so we'll leave 1 Evo in as per my guide, and then we'll do that. Okay, so we'll submit and see how this pans out. So their best card against us post board is going to be Leyline of Sanctity. They mulligan to 6. Our opening 7, I think, is a keep. Once again, we're on a 1-lander, but I think we have to keep this. We're hoping. There's a couple cards we need to dodge here, but we'll go with it. Alright, here I think I'm just going to get basic. One of the cards you need to play around is Street Wraith. So if you don't need swamps, you don't want to fetch swamps because it gives it Swamp Walk and then you can't block it for the rest of the game. So you need to be cautious about that. So there's the Street Wraith there, so that's potentially coming into play. There's a second one. So double green up. Beseiju is good. Alright, so from here I can Evo into a Magus and cut them off of doing much of anything. So I think I'm going to do that. And we'll see how this pans out here. So Riverwinder, that's fine. Alright, we'll see how this goes. So I can cast my Liberator from here, and then I can flash an Endurance and Chord with that. Oh, Wall of Roots is really good too. Okay, we'll swing with the Magus. Wall of Roots, and we will pass the turn. Okay, and they scoop. It was a really quick match. Wasn't particularly interactive game 2, but Magus just shuts them off of everything they want to do. So clearly that was the right call there. It was a little bit risky if they have a Force of Negation, but gets the job done. And I think from that point we're just going to start pulling really far ahead, given what we had. We could have gotten ourselves a Scooz next turn too, which I think is just game over for them, but yeah. Alright folks, we are jumping back into our third match of this league. Mold Drifter is our opponent. Let's see what we are up against. Opening 7. It's close, but I think it's a little on the sketchy side. We're on the play. I think we can do better than this. It doesn't really do anything. Especially if we don't draw another land, so I think we're gonna ship it. Our 6 isn't great, but I think it's a keep. You know, any piece of action off the top we should be able to cast, so I think we're gonna run with this. So we'll keep, and then we'll send back, send the Misty back. Our opponent's on a 7-card hand. They did not reveal a companion, so we'll see. We'll see what they're doing here. Lead on our Ignoble, pass the turn. Cat's out of the bag. It's fairly obvious what we're doing at this point. Okay, Botanical Sanctum. So we're thinking Living End again, possibly? Alright, so if they're on Living End, the question is, how much do we want to commit to the board? Yeah, we could ramp into our next wall of roots. I think we just kind of have to go all in here because we really don't have anything. And if they're not on living end, great, but I'm guessing they are. Okay, yeah, living end. 2 matches in a row. It's funny, I've been filming these videos for quite some time and hadn't played against living end, and then now I played 2 matches in a row on camera. So yeah, I suppose it's a pretty popular deck. It's pretty pretty competitive, I guess you would say. Alright, so we're gonna go peatland, and we're gonna draw a card off the peatland. We're gonna start there. Let's see what we draw. The Seijun, not very good. And then here, I think we're gonna go into our Blood Artist. Then we will swing, and once again, like at this point, our game plan is kind of just hope they don't have it, so we'll see. Our hand doesn't really do anything. Didn't do anything, doesn't do anything. So if they go 3rd land into Shardless Agent, I think we just lose. Okay, there it is. They have decent amount of power on the board. And we just lost all of our mana as well. 5/5/5/5/4/4/2/2. So that's 16 damage right off the top. I think we're gonna pack it up here. I don't think we have anything going on. All right, game 2. We're gonna sideboard the same way we did last match. So we're gonna go Endurances, Liberator, Magus, 2 Endurance, and 2 Necromentia. We are going to cut an Evo, at least 1 Grist, several Wall of Roots, probably a Geist. Let me pull up my sideboard guide here. Living End, 2 Wall, 2 Evo, 1 Cord, 1 Grist. 2 Wall, 2 Evo, oh, 2nd Evo, duh. Okay, so we're gonna go with that configuration here. So as I mentioned during the last match, their best shot of winning post board is if they have a Leyline of Sanctity. So we'll see if our opponent has a Leyline or not. Okay, we are back for game 2. We are on the play. We are, so many mulligans. Unfortunately, we just can't keep this. We can't actually, outside of evoking our endurances, we can't cast anything. And if they have a Leyline, this hand does nothing. So I think we had to get rid of it. This is not a very good hand either, but I think we keep it. These hands are just atrocious. They kept a 7-card hand. This is just so bad. Alright, I think we're gonna put a Geist on the bottom. It doesn't feel like we're winning this match. I feel like our hand's been pretty bad. It's probably correct for me to mulligan to 5 there, but I just don't think we're winning on a 5-card hand, so I think we just kind of have to get a little lucky here. Geist. So like best case scenario for us is Grist next turn, mill a Yawgmoth, and then try to kill the following turn. More land, not really what we want to be doing. 13. Alright, I think we lead with an attack here and then play out our Grist. Alright, if we can mill a Yawgmoth, that would be great. See if they have a subtlety. Put themselves down to 9. Waker, that's fine. Got a lot of creatures in the graveyard. Alright, Birds of Paradise is not a Yawgmoth. Not ideal. I guess I probably shouldn't auto yield here. Alright, there's Shardless. Yeah, and the fact that they have the Architects is pretty bad for us. So, I mean, they can look at the top 3. What we can do is we can take our draw step, we can mill one with Grist, and then we can draw with the Peat land, but we're going to be a little tight on land at that point. A little tight on mana, so. Okay, Bird actually isn't terrible. Like, we can take a hit from, at least one hit, so we're not dead. I think that's fine, actually. Yeah, I don't think we're chump blocking with the Bird, so it's fine. We're gonna draw with the Peat land end of turn, and then we'll go from there. Our hope is a Yawgmoth. That's kind of what we need at this point, and then we just need to try to combo from that point. If they have a subtlety, I mean, there's really not much of a chance of us winning, but okay, Grief is fine. Does not do anything at this point. These are interesting attacks. Okay, yeah, we're fine with them killing the Grist. I don't think that really matters. That's fine. It's kind of like a little bit of a diversion there. So we are A-okay with the way that panned out. card. Innkeeper, not great. That is great. Alright, so assuming our Yawgmoth resolves, we should win here. So we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna see how this goes. Alright, let's see if it sticks. Resolve, resolve, resolve. Alright, we're in business. So they could also have an endurance, which it seems like they're F6'd here. Okay. Alright, we got it. Wow. I feel like we got a little bit lucky there, but it worked out. Alright, game 3. I didn't think we were winning that one, but you know, this is a combo deck. It can do powerful things from time to time. Alright, let's see if we can keep a reasonable 7-card hand. We're going to submit the same deck and run with it. Didn't think I was winning that one. Alright, game 3. They keep a 7-card hand. This one's tricky. Not great. This is really, really close. So, I mean, we have a turn 3 Yawgmoth, but we don't really have any interaction. And I don't know that turn 3 Yawgmoth is good enough. I'm gonna mulligan this. Alright, this is better. We're gonna keep this, and we're gonna ship the Blood Artist. Alright, no ley line from them. That's good. That's a starting point. Now we need to dodge Grief and Subtlety. We will see if we can accomplish that. Feels like we're getting griefed here. Alright, Cyclone Architect. We're good with that. I need to make sure I don't F6. So I don't accidentally click through my ability to cast an endurance if need be. We'll lead Ignoble and pass turn. It's interesting that they cycled main phase. I guess they're looking for a grief there. That's what they're in the market for. Dump an Outburst. There's a grief. Let's see how they sequence this. Alright, so they're using the ability first. So if we endurance here, we're kind of left with our pants down. I think we just let them take the endurance. And then we get ourselves a Grist next turn and hope that that does work, or we draw into something that can shut them off of this again. Alright, that does not do it. I'm going to play out the Peatland. Play our Grist. And we're hoping we mill a Yawgmoth. We will see. Liberator. Liberator's not terrible. It's a creature. It does something. Alright, so we're anticipating a living end here. If this is all they have, that's not the end of the world. Street Wraith is a little worse. Alright, let's see what they do here. during our draw step, they're gonna outburst, which I think that's fine. 1, 2. I guess they're gonna hit our Yawgmoth, which kind of sucks. I think we need to draw a card here. Alright, that's not great. Not great. So I think we're going to play out, Yawgmoth's going to the graveyard. I think we're going to play out Tomb, Bird's Young Wolf, and then we can so we can downtick the Grist, kill the Street Wraith, or we can uptick I think we're gonna uptick. I think we're just gonna give ourselves blockers here. I'm curious if they, I mean, I imagine they're gonna swing Grief and Street Wraith and our Grist. Let's see how they approach this. This is kind of interesting. Oh wow, they're going everything at me. Okay. Yeah, we're fine with that. We're gonna take 6, I think. 2, 4. I think we probably double block. Well, I guess they could have another outburst, which is going to be a lot of damage if that happens. Okay, we're going to move the blocks. I feel like another outburst is coming, but I don't think... I don't think we have the luxury of taking all of this. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, there's an outburst coming again. That's cool. To be expected. Alright, this is actually kind of fine. This isn't over. This definitely isn't over. We're not in a terrible, terrible position now. So we can kill the Architect with our Liberator. We can just keep chump blocking the Waker, and then we can kill the Street Wraith. So we're actually not in terrible shape here. So we're going to get rid of Street Wraith. One, 2, 3, 4. We'll swing for 3. That's fine. I feel like they're going to need to Living End again. I feel like they're not really in a position to win from here, so this is good. Interesting. the biggest concern coming from their side of the table is if they have an endurance. So that's the card we need to look out for here. Okay. We have a Living End in exile, and we just drew a Yawgmoth. I think we just pretty much win from here. I don't know that they can, unless they have a subtlety here, which they don't. Alright, so we're going to dump our bird, just because it's... I guess I need to be a little bit cautious about my life total. So this is a match where it looked like we were not going to win, but we seem to be doing alright now. We've turned a corner. And if we draw a Court of Calling, we'll just win from there. Living End, that's fine. And their life total is starting to dwindle a little bit. Like, we're almost at a point where we can just lethal them. Ow. That's interesting. Curator, that's a 4/4 flying, that's fine. We can deal with that. Okay, and here I think we go Ooze and just start gaining some life. So I think we down tick the Grist. Kill the Curator. Cast an Ooze. Cast a land. I think we're gonna fetch right now. Oh, okay. We can go down to 1, 2, 3. We're at 3 right now. That's unfortunate. I thought we had another. Okay. Okay, and then we'll attack. Attack for 2. And I think we're gonna eat. I think we eat the Street Wraith here. So we're doing alright. We're 4 life. If we get to untap, I think we just win here. Wait, I don't know how many counters this Living End has on it. I think it has 1 left, so they'll be able to Living End next turn, but I think they'll be dead. And they scooped. It was close. It was a little sketchy, but we got there. So we are 2-0 this league against Living End. The moral of the story, don't give up. Let's go to round 4.